Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I am back with another fun idea, y'all. I happen to be searching Pinterest and I happen to find this pattern for a gingerbread man. And so I thought, how cute is that? I had this brown felt and I thought, let's just make some gingerbread men out of it. Now I was thinking, wouldn't these all be cute? Just sitting down in a basket at your craft fair. You can have gingerbread men, maybe some stuffed candy canes, maybe some stuffed Christmas trees. How fun is that? They could be like little stuffed animals for the kids, or you could always put a loop of ribbon coming out of the head and they could be ornaments. Sky's the limit, y'all. Now this one, I just kind of quickly just added a bow, put some buttons for the stomach, and I just drew a face on. I thought about using some little teeny tiny wiggly eyes. That would be cute. Just decide however you want to embellish it up. It would be darling. For the cheeks, I just used a little bit of ink on the cheeks to kind of give it a little glow. But yeah, how cute is this? So, like I said, I found the pattern on Pinterest. There was no tutorial or anything. It's just the pattern, and this is how it comes out. I'll try to see if I can link the pattern below. But yes, it is. It's only a half of one. So what you're going to do is you fold your piece of felt in half, and I just laid it over the top of my felt like this. And I used my Clover Wonder Clips just to hold it in place. You can use pins or whatever you have. And whenever I cut this, it was really hard for me to try to cut two pieces of felt at one time, so I just cut one at a time. So just kind of let's follow it around. See, I don't want it to move on me, so just going to use my Wonder Clip here. Just like this. I hope that everyone had an awesome day today. It's already Wednesday, y'all. Isn't it sad that we get up and we can't wait till we get off of work, and then we live for Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, whatever time you get off? Yeah, it's because by then you just need a break. Then you're on the weekend, you're trying to, like in my case, I go and I visit my dad, and then I try to catch up on housework. I work on my YouTube channel. Yeah, you just try to make it to the grocery store. By that time, weekend's over. Okay, so there's one. I didn't make it exactly up close to the edge, but that's okay. It's no big deal. Okay, so I'm going to do one more. So we have two pieces. Fold it in half. And then add your pattern piece. Now, whenever you're embellishing these up, you might want to think, okay, is this going to a small child? You might want to put a little note with it, or if you sell it, just tell the parent, you know, these are buttons for small kids. You want to make sure no one puts it in their mouth or anything. I think that, I really don't think you're going to have an issue, because I just think that, that parents are going to know. But you can always just remind them, just these are buttons, and just be careful. Okay. Once I get this one here. I heard my husband in there doing the dishes a while ago. Sweet guy I've got. My husband has been getting off of work later, so I've been trying to come home and get some dinner made before he gets home, so we don't have to like sit and cook or anything. Probably maybe tomorrow I'll buy takeout. You never know. Okay, So I got my 2 pieces, and I kind of cut that down. Not going to worry about it. It's going to be up in my seam allowance. Don't worry about it. I'm going to put 2 pieces over it. And now we're going to take it over to the sewing machine. I'll show you how I stitch this down. Okay, set up over here at the sewing machine. And what I did is I put my 2 pieces together, as you see, and I just used some clips to hold it together so it wouldn't move on me. And I'm going to start by sewing like right down here because I want to leave an opening in the leg part. You can do it on the arm if you want to, but I thought the leg would be a good place to put it. That way it'd kind of be inside that seam right there. But make sure you back stitch at the beginning, sew all the way around, and then when you get over here, leave about 1.5 inches opening, back stitch there as well. So let's just get going here. I'm just using regular old nice, I think this is polyester thread. I'm going to use my down feature. I am going to use a 3.0 stitch length. Just like that. And just start sewing around. Make sure you don't get too close to the edge because you want to make sure that you're catching both pieces of fabric. I've been thinking about doing this for a while. I had pinned it on my Pinterest, the pattern, and I was like, okay, I need to do this. So finally I'm like, you know what? I need to just start making some like fun little Christmassy things. I think it'll be just darling in a nice basket, put a big bow on top to display them at your craft fair. How cute is that going to be, y'all? Make sure you don't get too close to the edge. You want to make sure you're catching both of those seams. Okay. And then go all the way around. Almost done. I think you could do all the cutting and then do all the sewing, then do all the stuffing, and then decorate. That'll probably be the best way to do it, is what I would do. Kind of an assembly line type thing. Okay, I'm just going to leave a little bit of an opening there, back stitch, and there you go. Okay, so now all you're going to need to do, you can clip the edges where the edges are, but I didn't really feel like I needed to, so I didn't bother. But all you're going to do is reach inside here, and you're going to flip this inside out. Just start pulling it through the hole. And then you're going to, I use a little stick, like a chopstick or something, to poke all the edges out. And just keep going. Okay, I'm gonna get this flipped inside out. I'll be right back. Okay, got it flipped inside out, and I just use like a chopstick or something to make sure I've got all my edges pushed out, kind of like I do when I make the dogs. Just like this. I can just see all these, like in a cute basket, some candy canes next to it. How sweet. Okay, now that I've got that all turned inside out, all you do is you take some polyfill, and I just bought mine at Hobby Lobby, and you stuff it. And I've already got one stuffed here. And all I got to do is stitch it closed, just like this, okay? So I'm just going to stitch this one closed really fast. Let's see if I can get this up just a little bit. So yeah, nothing fancy. It's all good. I'm just going to start underneath. And I'm just going to stitch it closed. Just try to coordinate your thread. And I'm just going to make sure that's all tucked under. And I'm just going to start stitching it up. Now once you get it sealed almost up, if you need to stick a little bit more of the batting down in here, you can do that. If you feel like this little leg needs a little bit more stuffing, then you can do that. And just hold it closed. You could whip these out in no time. Cut, then sew, stuff and stitch, decorate. Just a little assembly line. And like I said too, you can always sew a ribbon where it sticks out the top, and it could be like an ornament as well. That's an option for you too. Okay, almost done. Just like this. I've had a lot of people comment on my video from the night before about my my Memory Decks challenge. So I hope that if you'd like to participate and send me in a Memory Decks, and so you can be in the drawing for the gift card, I hope you join. Okay, so there we go. Now I've got that all sewed up. It's kind of lumpy looking. Smush it down. You can sew buttons on. I'm not going to sew buttons on, but choose your buttons or your embellishments, and you can sew those on. You can draw your eyes on like I did a while ago. I drew the eyes on. Or use some puff paint, and I might go over this with some puff paint. I would just make some nice little beady black eyes. I like mine to be happy. And then what I did is I used my distress ink, and I have one that's reddish, and I just kind of gave it some cheeks. Just like that. And there you go. And like I said, I'm going to skip the sewing of the buttons on. You can add some ribbon around the neck. I've got a piece. I think that will work. Since this is wide, I'm going to fold it in half to get it around here. Use Christmas ribbon. I do have some Christmas ribbon I need to pull out, but this is actually what I had on hand. Make it a nice bow. So what I did a while ago is I tied a knot, then I made the bow so it wouldn't come out. And there you go. Make a nice bow, just like this. I'm really excited about these. I think they're darling. When I make bows, I gotta play with them for a second. Then I'll probably go take my lighter to the edge of my ribbon here, but I'll do that off camera so it doesn't fray. I have to go dig out my husband's candle lighter because we don't smoke, so I don't have one of those things in my purse. So, and yep, you'll need to make sure it doesn't fray. Let's see how that one looks. I think that one is, I don't like that one. I'm going to use a skinnier one. Let's try this one. I think that one will be better. Okay, so lesson learned of what I did. Don't use it too thick. I always like to try because I like the thick stuff. I noticed at Hobby Lobby that they did have their ribbon 50% off this week. So if you want to make these and you need some like red ribbon or some kind of Christmas ribbon, 50% off, y'all. It's the best time to buy it. Okay, I think that, my friends, is better. Man, the evenings just go so fast. I can't stand it when it's that fast. Okay, I'm gonna flip this under because I don't want it to stick up. Our gingerbread man needs to see. There we go. So I stuck it underneath. I'll trim this off. And just like that is how you would tie him a little bow. Called my dad today, y'all. I said, hey, Poozy. I call my dad Poozy. Hey, Poozy, what you doing? He goes, waiting for you to call me. I said, you know I call you every day. Okay, so there you go. So those are going to be so cute. You're going to have a whole basket full of these super sweet gingerbread men. How cute. You can always sew on some rickrack if you want to sew it on. Like if you want to sew on the rickrack before you sew the gingerbread men together, so that way it's already sewed on, you wouldn't have to worry about that. That's probably what I would do on some of them too. Make them all different, y'all. Make some rickrack around the edges, you know, like I said, you would add some buttons over here or any embellishments you would like to add. But yeah, how sweet are these little guys? I think that they're super cute. Okay, y'all, I hope that you enjoyed this super quick little easy project, and I think it'll be super fun and super cute at your craft fair. I think that probably for a price for these, I probably would do $5. They don't take much to make, and felt they were only 33 cents a sheet, a little sheet, and it didn't take much of anything else. So I think $5 would probably be a good deal for our gingerbread men. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you'll give us a try, and I hope you guys have an awesome evening. Thanks so much. Bye, y'all.